Hey everybody, Matthew and Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to the next episode of our This Is Not a Test! Season 2.
Season 2.
So,
Season 2 pass for the whole thing.
Yes. So the story will continue. Now, if you're not familiar with what This Is Not a Test is, if this is your first video you're watching, This Is Not a Test is a miniature war game created by World's End Publishing. It is based in a post-nuclear, post-apocalyptic game. Kind of like Fallout mixed with Necromunda, if you really want to boil it down to very, very simple things. But it's much, much more than that. So it's a lot of fun. So
You like to boil? I like to fry.
yeah, I like to boil things down.
And barbecue too.
Yeah, barbecue doesn't, yeah, it works too, I guess. If you want to barbecue it all down, it's like Necromunda and Fallout, but kind of becoming its own thing as well. Anyway, so we are going to continue the story, so spoilers for last week, of course. So last week, you managed your settlement. And then
I did?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. If you say so.
You tried to manage your settlement.
All right.
And you
Is that more accurate?
You built a new house. You built another generator. You worked the farms. You went out scavenging. A guy tried to help a caravan and failed. A guy tried to tame some baby, I don't know, radroaches probably, and failed.
Yes.
And you got a little bit of money.
So
I've decided to change the rules slightly because I didn't start you off with money. I think scavenging will actually have it happen first. That way you can get money to then allocate towards building and stuff like that. If I could go back, what I'd probably do is just start you with 50 barter script, and then the scavenging would just happen afterwards as usual. But we'll actually resolve the scavenging first. So you're still going to assign, this is how many people, this is where people are going to work. You're at least going to assign who's not scavenging. Let's just put it that way. And that way we can then have the scavengers go out, do their thing, and then when they're done, they can't be assigned to work or build. They need to rest.
They can't or won't?
They refuse to
It's all
work.
about attitude.
Yeah, exactly. They won't.
So they're not going to?
Yeah. And it's also like they're tired. They need to rest after all that.
Language of
scavenging.
excuses.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just going to jump right into it. Last game, the Raiders came in and you beat them back. You didn't take any major casualties.
Locked out.
We did have some injuries that will just kind of affect this game. There was
Now that wasn't on camera, right?
yeah, we did the injuries at the end.
Was that?
Yeah, it was. So Benjamin, the guy with the walking cane, he is a little shaken. He's a little beaten up, so he gets -1 to all of his rolls this game.
It's not stirred though.
And Biff had his head knocked a little bit.
So he's even dumber?
He's a little dumber, so he gets -1 to his activation test, so he won't
What?
activate as easily.
Come on.
So he's basically metal 4 for his activation test, so he's going to activate on a 6, so 50-50 chance, unless he has Madeline nearby to motivate him. And then other than that, I think it's just those two. Everybody else turned out just fine. So just Benjamin and Biff, we got to remember when they activate, it'll take, because he's going to get -1 to his activation test as well, because he gets -1 to all of them. As for upgrades, you didn't spend any money to upgrade any equipment, but you did upgrade 2 guys. Beverly went up in his melee. He went up to melee 7 from 6, so he'll hit better in close combat.
He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, you make him a leader and give him power armor and a plasma pistol, and lo and behold, turns out to be good. And give him lucky instead of unlucky.
Yeah, that was a huge difference.
Yeah, and the other one that upgraded was it Madeline? No, it wasn't Madeline. It was Craig. Craig upgraded, and he got a promotion. So he went from a rank and file to a specialist, which gives him +1 medal, and also unlocks being able to up more of his attributes.
I apologize in advance for my peanut butter breath.
I like peanut butter.
Okay.
Is it actually peanut butter, or is that your way of saying my bad breath?
Well, no, it's protein shake, peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
Okay.
I love peanut butter.
Sorry.
Anybody here that's allergic to peanut butter doesn't have to worry because it doesn't transmit through the video.
It might, though.
But that's going to be 2
never know.
upgrades. Now, and this is not a test. Your guys don't upgrade super fast, so that's just understood right there. Because like if you're up against 10 guys, that's a big army you're up against. But that's only 10 experience, plus a couple extra for elites and an extra for the leader as well.
I'm not gonna lie. I was scared. I think these guys. I'm like, Matt, what are you doing? Come on, balance here. I'm gonna die.
See, the thing with this is not a test. You have to remember is that a rank and file guy is not nearly as scary as like a specialist or an elite. Because the other guy running around with his melee 4, range 4, yes, he could pick off one of your elites. But in the end, it's once you get a guy with like melee 6, with brute, and with all these other things that all stacks up and makes them very, very good, which is what your guys are. Yours are more specialists, except for your few rank and files. But even they will become specialized over time as well.
So in the end, it doesn't even matter.
So there are we have to do the aftermath of the battle. So a few things have happened here. So we're going to flip this page over so you can have your stats of your settlement in front of you.
Okay.
Basically, there's 3 major things that happen. One is that there is one of the survivors that you interrogate. and he basically reveals that they were sent as part of a raider warband and they know where you guys are, and so the fact that they were killed means that more will be sent.
So we're interrogating one of the raiders?
Yes.
Okay.
And so basically he gives away the location of the raider base, which is set up right here, as you will see. And it's deeper, like basically you're on the outskirts of a city of sorts, or a town, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. And they've set up camp inside, deeper in, and the part that you kind of avoided because it's overgrown, who knows what dangers lie in there, right? It's hard to set up a good defense when you can barely see anything around you. But they've set it up on some of the rooftops and near one of the interstates. And so he's given that location. He tells you basically that they will keep coming. So you need to deal with that. You need to go and take them out before they can organize and do more damage.
Before they sing us their interstate love song.
Which would be what exactly?
Which would be, well,
I thought you had a song in mind when you said interstate.
Oh no, it definitely would be.
Yeah.
It would be an STP song.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would it sound like?
Leaving on a Southern train, only yesterday.
Very good. Very good. So, yeah, so what do you want to do with this raider, by the way? So let's role play this out a little bit.
Let's not do what we did last time. Shoot him! Oh, okay, he's dead. I'm
No,
gonna actually interrogate him this time.
That's why I just decided to give you the information, because if you shoot him, then I'm like, oh, I don't have any lead in to the next mission. So,
Right.
So it gives you that information. Now, what do you want to do with him? He's injured, but not like dying.
Who's with him? Everyone?
Yeah, you're in your settlement right now because they invaded your settlement.
But like, who's with the raider?
Other than your guys,
Oh, so all
everybody
my guys
else
are?
Everybody else is dead.
All 8 of my team is with the raider?
No, some of them are recovering.
So who is with the raider then?
That's up to you.
Okay.
It seems like something like Beverly would obviously be there. Madeline would definitely be an interrogator.
Biff wants to be in there.
Yeah, but remember he's a little rattled, but that might make him a little more dangerous.
All right. So
The guy's like, I swear, that's all I know. They're gonna come for you. They are gonna come for you though. So he's seen all his like bravado when he came marching into your camp has melted away, and you can see that he's kind of just afraid. He's just a low level, whatever. Basically, just recently inducted to the clan for whatever reason.
Okay. So Madeline comes up. She's like, "How many are you?"
There's a couple dozen, but they're all out in various raiding parties. So at any point in time, there could be anywhere from a handful of people and at the main camp to like 20, 25. What is that squealing? Something moving?
It's a rat.
This is a squealing somewhere. That's really bothered me.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't me either.
And then Biff comes up. "You butthead! You almost killed us! You did kill us! And we came back to life! That's how awesome we are!"
It's like, I'm sorry. We're just trying to survive. It's a rough world out there.
Why don't you make like a tree and tell me how many you are?
I already told you how many we are. There's a couple dozen. I don't know exact numbers. Only the leader knows. And he sends them off in various raiding parties like us. We just came here, being led by the junk bot. But that's all I know, I swear. He doesn't tell us information.
Butthead doesn't know anything. And then Ronnie Roaster comes up.
Please don't kill me. I'll do anything, I swear.
And then
I was just trying to survive.
Douglas Lee comes up. You think it's funny to kill people?
Oh, not funny. I'm just doing my...
Oh, you making fun of me? I hear what you're saying.
Sorry. I was just trying to do my job. I'm just trying to survive. There's not a lot of places you can go to get food. And there's all sorts of animals out there recently. There's been a lot of animals, mutated animals going around recently. And I'm just trying to go with somebody that can protect me.
Benjamin comes up. You know, I think he's not lying. Perhaps he should join us. If he is so interested. He's useless to us if he's like this and possibly dead. Not saying we're going to kill you. What say you?
You mean I could stay with you guys?
Beverly comes up. No, that's not a good idea. That is not a good idea.
I'll be a good worker, I swear.
Yeah, look, I am not a good worker, and I somehow became the leader. There can't be 2 of us.
No, but I see you have a mushroom patch. I used to raise mushrooms with my family.
Yeah, they're not those kinds. What are you thinking?
No,
here?
no, no,
This
no.
The family's here.
Yeah, no, like the big mushrooms that you eat, and they cook them, and they taste really good. What is that squealing? Is it your chair? I can't duplicate it. It's just when we're sitting here talking, and all of a sudden starts
Yeah,
squealing again.
moving around, nothing. I don't know.
Sorry for the squealing. If you hear that, we don't know what it is.
I bet they don't hear anything. It's just like
It's probably just us. Yeah. So I guess the question becomes, at this point, like, what do you do?
Madeline, give me one reason why we should let you live.
I just told you a reason. I mean, I'm sorry, didn't mean any
The one reason is so you can eat our mushrooms?
No, because I can help produce them better. I'm really good at farming. Before my family was killed by the raiders, and then they forced me into their group. That's what we used to do. So I know all about farming. I can help you at the farm. Please, ma'am, don't kill me. She's got a murderous look in her eyes. She always does.
Douglas comes up and he's like, we have to make sure there's someone watching him all the time. He's a prisoner. He can't go flee.
I'll be your prisoner until I've earned your trust. I swear, that's what I'll do.
But you shoot at us and you try to kill us.
I just was following orders, just trying to survive. So sorry.
If we let him go free,
Nodding everywhere.
he's going to come back and kill us again.
I won't, I swear. Just let me join you.
So Benjamin comes up with his pistol. Well, there is one way to test this. We could just give him a pistol and see what he does with it. Maybe he won't shoot us. Maybe this is a test to see if he is loyal.
Do you hand me a pistol? And nobody stops him?
He hands you a pistol, but it feels a little lighter than it normally would.
I'm not going to shoot you. He's surrounded by like 6 people with various weapons. I'll work for you. I want to join you. You guys seem really nice. Kind of.
Well, what is your name?
It's Jarrell.
Jarrell?
Jarrell
Is that with a D or with a G?
with a J.
Are you being smart?
No, I don't actually know how to spell. I never learned how to read.
So you can't be useful to us in the literacy sense?
Nope. But I can farm.
You can farm. Well, I'm on the fence.
Sorry.
All right, Madeline's
He's having a hard time not making fun of Benjamin's accent.
Madeline comes up. Put it to a vote. Okay, so there's 6 of them. I'm gonna roll a die. And this represents the vote.
That I get to stay?
So if
So
it's
4 plus I get to stay? Essentially.
4 plus, if it's a 4, then yeah, you get to stay, because more
This
4.
is how many people are saying yes.
Yeah,
All right.
but if it's 3 or less, then
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
you don't have enough votes.
All right. Does Beverly get like 2 votes?
Then he gets 1 vote.
Does Madeline get 2 votes?
No.
Okay. Go for it. 3. You want him to stay, don't you?
Okay, Jenny and Craig come in.
Do they break the tie? They would vote the same thing, right?
Oh my gosh, what's happening? What's taking so long? What is this yucky man doing here? I can't even believe that you guys are talking to him and not coming out here with our problem. We are so hungry and we don't want mushrooms, okay? And then, Craig, he's like, oh, would you just shut up? I just saved your life. And what are we doing here anyway?
So, does he can you let him in or not?
Okay, so Madeline's like, okay, just a second.
I love how you're having this inner turmoil with yourself.
And then she opens the door and they come in. She's like, look, we're trying to decide something very important here. Okay, so if you guys want to just go off and just take care of yourselves somehow and then come back. Actually, wait. What do you guys think? Do you think we should let this raider live? Oh my goodness, I don't even care. Yes, let him live.
And then Ronnie's like,
Maybe his vote was misunderstood.
and then Douglas is like, well, I think we let them live for a little longer.
You always test him out, right?
Just if he do something wrong, we just kill him. Madeline's like,
That's fair. That's fair. I like his idea.
Beverly,
I'll work hard, I swear.
what do you think, Beverly? Well, this is amazing. He lives.
All right, it's settled. So you can add Jarrell to your roster. He counts as another caravaner, so you can add one caravaner for free.
Okay.
You built another house, right? Yeah, so you actually do have room for him. And he has a special ability called Farmer. That when he is put to work on the farm, you can add 1 to how much food he generates.
Do I write this down?
If you want to, remember it, yeah.
I won't remember it. Should
Write
I
down.
write
So
that?
just write in Jarrell,
Okay.
plus 1 food.
With a J.
Yeah, so basically, if you put him on the farm, he pays for himself, right?
When working on farm?
Yeah, like when he farms, he does a better job. Or
Okay.
he could do a better job. You can still roll a 1. But you're guaranteed that he makes at least 2 food, right? So,
Okay.
peaceful.
Well, good thing we kept him.
Right? Okay, so the other things that happen is that you can scavenge some of the materials off of the other raiders. Not much of value for you to keep, but there's often trading caravans that come in. And so you get about 20 barter script worth of materials off of them that you can trade. So pieces of weapons that were destroyed, the bot that you basically tore to shreds with a bajillion shots, that has like plasma holes and everything else that still survived and finally went down. So it's pretty, but that junk bot is now even more of a junk bot. So basically in total, the next time a trading caravan comes along, it counts as 20 barter script worth of stuff. So you can just add 20 barter script to your pool. So it brings you up to 54. Okay?
Yep.
But there's no real weapons on any of them that you can.
So what you're saying is I can't scrap for anything else more than what you just said.
Yeah, like there's the light machine gun, but it got damaged. And
So it's useless.
well, you could sell it for its parts, right? You don't have any gunsmiths right now.
Not yet.
If you had a gunsmith, I might let you try to repair some stuff.
How do I get a gunsmith?
It's a skill.
Did I learn it?
Yeah, it could be something you upgrade.
Who up?
Or there's when you can hire people too. Remember, everybody upgrades.
So
gunsmith
these,
is just
like one of the 8 characters here.
yeah. One of them could get it possibly.
But
or
then they have to stay behind, don't they?
They don't have to. If you're working the weapon shop and you want a gunsmith, then
It could be one of my caravanners becomes a gunsmith.
they don't level up because they're not going on missions. The other thing is, so gunsmith is a smarts skill. So basically anybody who has access to smarts could level up and get it. So none of these guys. It could be Beverly. Obviously, you wouldn't want it to be him. No, none of your guys have smarts except Beverly. That's ironic.
So none of my guys.
Yeah, but you could hire guys. So like I said, one of the things you get to do is hire. So you would just hire it like you would in a normal game of This Is Not a Test, where you go to the person, you look at their barter script plus whatever.
Oh,
equipment
so I
you
just
want.
buy them essentially.
Exactly.
Oh.
And so, for example,
It's 46.
gunsmith, there could be, and you can buy pretty much from any of the warbands if it makes sense, right? I think
I really want a gunsmith. It's what I want in life.
yeah, like an arbitrator specialist from the reclaimers, from the preservers. Yeah, so the preservers have an arbitrator specialist. He costs 30 plus whatever equipment you would give him. He starts with gunsmith and uparmed, so he can be given special support weapons.
Uparmed.
Yeah, like that's like your flamer guy has uparmed. You have to have the uparmed skill in order to be able to use flamers, light machine guns, missile launchers, that kind of stuff. We didn't use it in the first season. I just let you whoever wanted to, but we're using that now. So that arbitrator is their specialist. But he knows the gunsmith. So you could hire him for 30 barter script plus whatever equipment he starts with.
Yes.
So that could be something that you do, and in our
Future.
yeah, well, it's one of the things.
Not right now.
After everything is done, and you have all your money. So you resolve your scavenging, you put all your workers in place. Like right now, you could hire. Essentially, is what it comes down to.
Oh, that's what you are saying.
Yes, because
So then I should.
see, buy equipment and recruit.
Okay.
That happens after we've after we've done the mission and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, moving it around. The rules will reflect what we're actually doing. But the plane of mission is coming down a little further. So essentially, we're at the point where we're at the end of this. We've already paid your warband upkeep. We did that last time. and then we buy your equipment and recruit. So right now you could recruit him before we did anything else.
Yes. Because he gives me rerolls.
Gunsmith, if you bring him on the mission with you, gives you the first jam. You can just discount.
For anybody?
Yeah. Yeah, basically he
You
made...
got to keep track of jams?
It's just the first time that you jam. You ignore
First time ever anyone jams?
it. Yes. No, not each person. The first jam that your party does.
Gotcha.
You ignore the first one.
Yes.
Because he's helped maintain your weapons kind of thing.
Okay.
So you could hire him, but you also have to consider that you need your barter script to buy other things for your settlement. I'm not saying not to hire him, I'm just letting you know all the different things you have to consider. Right now you have room for 4 more people because you have 5 houses. And with the 13 plus the 8, that's 21. So you have room for...
What else did he do other than help with jams?
Well, he's also a specialist with up-armed, so you can give him missile launchers, light machine guns. That's what Gunsmith does. But in a more role-playing sense, if you have a guy with Gunsmith, then there'd be a better chance of you finding leftover weapons from fights that you do.
Okay, let's do it.
Because normally in a game of this is not a test when you're playing player versus player versus player. You can scavenge their guns in mid-game for one action. You can pick up whatever weapon they had and use it. But then at the end of the game, you don't get to keep it.
Right.
And so whereas this is a little different, so if you have a gunsmith, you'll have a higher chance, basically, of being able to keep some of the special weapons. You know, if they're just rifles and stuff, whatever, but...
There's like a missile launcher shooting at us.
Exactly.
Or that one gun that the one guy had.
The light machine gun.
Light machine gun.
That was a light machine gun. So if you had a gunsmith, I would let you roll to see if you actually salvaged it.
Oh, whereas now it's like we can't even bring it back because...
Exactly. So you get a little bit of barter script for finding this stuff that's all broken. But in this case, you could actually have it, which is cheaper, right? Because to buy it is like 20, but you only get to sell it for like 5 or 10 when you don't get to scavenge it. So it's a big difference.
Yes to gunsmith.
So you want to buy that guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to give him a name. You just hired...
Reginald.
Reginald, all right. So this would be a preserver. So the preservers, just to get, because you played Fallout, they're kind of like the Brotherhood of Steel. But no, not exactly, but same kind of concept. Like this guy would be all about technology. Like, you know, he's all about scavenging technology and hoarding it. But he must have been, maybe he's like one that got kicked out of the Brotherhood out of the Preservers, because otherwise he wouldn't be working for just some other settlement. So
Yeah.
So this is Reginald. You can write him down, and we'll write down the stats before we go to the game, and find a model for him and all of that. So that costs you 30 barter script, plus whatever equipment you want to give him. So you've only got 24 barter script left.
How much is a missile launcher?
Missile launcher is under equipment, which is the wrong way. Armory, here we are. A missile launcher is 30 barter script, and you've only got 24 left.
Can I sell some food?
Yeah, they're worth 2 barter script each.
So I need 12, so I'll have 4 food left. Oh wait, they're worth 2 each, which means I only need 6.
Yeah, you've already used those food. You need to erase that.
What do you? When did this happen?
You ate it last time. You needed 20,
I already erased it.
but you produced food and then you ate it all. We haven't produced more food since, so that must be 0. You produced 16, you ate it, and then you needed 4 more, so you needed 8 barter script. So you forgot to erase your food. There's no way you have food at this point, because you produced it and then you ate it right away.
Oh, okay.
So you've only got 24 barter script left, which is not enough for a missile launcher.
So how much food do I have?
0. So you ate it all. So now you need to get more food.
Okay.
You're going to always be lacking for food, which is the whole point, right? You do have enough for a grenade launcher.
Oh, you have food to sell to get a missile launcher? Wait. No, you don't. No,
I saw that there. I'm like, you don't have any food. You ate it last time.
Okay.
Because I remember you didn't have enough food, so
It's
you had to
okay.
sell. You had to use some of your barter script.
I understand.
So you have 24 left. You can always like wait and then buy him something next game, like leave him back at the base without a weapon, and then wait till you have more barter script and then equip him.
Yes.
Okay, so just put him down then. Reginald, he's got 30. We'll write down all the stats so that you don't have to be bored by all that. Okay, so you've hired. Now you've got to allocate your scavengers. So you've got 21 people.
I could do it after this?
No, you can't buy equipment until after. Like, there's only one point that you can buy equipment.
Which is before I scavenge?
Right. It's actually, it's not before you scavenge. It's at the end of the whole cycle. So we go through everything. We're just doing the end of the cycle from last game right now.
Okay.
So now we start a new cycle.
It's okay, I'm not confused.
Yeah, because there's only certain times that the traders come by, right? So that's what the cycle is supposed to be about. So now we come back to the beginning, and you get to assign your workers, your builders, and your scavengers.
Okay.
We'll start with the scavengers. We'll resolve them to get you the money, so then
Yes.
you can build stuff and do whatever else you want. So you can have up to 5 guys scavenge. Last time you sent all 5. Do you want to send 5 again?
Why would I never?
Well, because they can die while they're out, or they can get hurt, or they can find nothing. Whereas if you assign them to a farm, you know they're going to make D6 food, or you can assign them to build stuff, or you can assign them to work things. Like you're going to need Right now, 5 houses requires 1 generator. So you need 1 worker for a generator. And then you need up to 6 farmers.
How many guys do I have? I have.
You've got 6 basic settlers
Yes,
that
and-
can't go scavenging. And you got 7 caravanners, and that includes Jarrell, who obviously you're going to want to put on a farm.
Okay, so.
So you need 1 guy for a generator. Otherwise, your houses are bad, and you need twice as much food as normally.
Okay.
You got Jarrell on the farm.
Yes.
That leaves you with 11 guys.
Okay.
And so last time you sent 5 of them scavenging. Do you want to do that again?
Well,
You-
let me max out my farms then first.
So what did I say you had left? 11? So you need 5 more for your farms. So that leaves you with 6 guys.
Okay.
So if you want to build anything that requires a worker to build it,
Do I need other things to build, or do they just simply build stuff? Do I
you need barter script. But that's why you get to do it after you go scavenge, because you'll have barter script after that, which you can then use to build. Like you can use it to build a weapon shop, and have Buddy Boy work the weapon shop.
Buddy.
Because then if you have a gunsmith work the weapon shop, you ignore your first 3 jams,
Weapon shop.
but it costs 10 barter script.
Yeah, but
Which
I
you do
have
have.
24.
Yeah, you could do that. It does require 3 power though.
Can I buy more people
That's during recruitment.
so that we already passed it?
We could go back and do it if you want. Like when you hired Reginald, you could have hired more basic settlers for 10 each.
Oh wait, there are also defensive things that I can build, right?
Yes, like turrets and
Like
barricades.
turrets?
Barricades cost nothing, but you still have to assign a worker to make it. Then we keep track of how many you have, and then if there's any defend missions, I give you the number of barricades that you've made, and you place them wherever you want. But you need to it costs a worker. Basically, a worker has to build barricades, and that takes that whole round to do that. So
Takes a round.
well, meaning like they can't be used to do anything else.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying that you have to kind of decide: how much do you want to build? How much do you want to farm? How much do you want to scavenge?
I want to do everything.
Right. Well, you can do everything. It's just you're limited.
Okay, so I'll split it into 2 for now. It's going to be a combination of, well, there's already farming, so now it's the rest, right? So
So you want to max out your farm,
Yes.
1 on your generator,
Yep.
and you have 13 guys. So that leaves you with 6 people. You can have up to 5 of them go scavenge.
Okay, well, I have 6 people on the farms right now, one of which.
Yes, you have 6 left.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. You've already allocated 7 out of your 13-year people, so you have 6 left.
Okay.
What do you want to do with those 6 people? Only 5 can scavenge.
So I have 1 left to do something?
Yeah, or you can send 4 scavenging,
barricade.
and you'll have 2 left to do something, like build a weapon shop, build a barricade.
How many to create a weapon shop?
It's 10 barter script.
But how many?
It's only ever 1 worker. You assign 1 worker to build.
Okay, 1 worker weapon shop.
Okay.
10 barter script.
That leaves you with 5. So you can write it down right now. It will require 3 power, so next round you're going to have 2 guys work the generators.
What am I writing?
1 weapon shop.
Okay. Okay.
So now you have 5 guys left.
Yep. Scavenge.
All 5, so no, you're not going to build any barricades? It's okay if you don't, I'm just saying. You mentioned you want to build a barricade.
I was just wondering what the options were. So
So you got 5 guys left.
I will build 2 barricades and 3 will scavenge.
3 will scavenge, okay. All right, let's do the scavenging.
So do I put 2 barricades?
Yeah. Those will come up, basically, like I said, when it comes time to play, you'll know where the bad guys are coming from. You'll know where you're set up, and I'll be like, and here's 2 barricades. Put them wherever you
Okay.
want. So you can get like a sniper behind heavy cover, essentially.
Cool. Yeah.
Or stick it in front of them, because it costs movement to move over a barricade.
Stick it to them.
Yeah. So let's scavenge. Because we're moving this so that it happens before all this, so that you actually have money to do stuff. In fact, you don't even have to, this weapon shop and 2 barricades, you don't have to commit to that yet. We need to do your scavenging first. You're just committing that you're having a couple guys building. So you ready? So you're rolling a D69, and you're going to re-roll any of these results that you've already done.
Oh, is that throughout the entire campaign?
Until we've used all 54 results. So yes.
Okay.
So you never
We
get
just
to
get a
see,
deck
so
of
you're never going
cards.
to be able to you're never going to be able to find guys to help a caravan again. You're never going to be able to have another chance to tame some of the wildlife.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It
so
is.
D69?
D69. So 26. Okay, write that down. So that means he finds times it by 3. So that's 18 barter script. It's pretty good.
All right. I had 4, so now I have 20.
22.
Food.
20 food. No, 22.
Okay.
Okay, that's number 1. You got 2 more guys.
Number 1.
Number 2. 25,
25.
which you have not yet done. So he finds 15 barter script.
All right.
37. Yeah.
That's right there. 37.
And the last one. Boom! 64. You write it down, so that's something. 64. This is equivalent to pulling a king of diamonds. As the person searches the wasteland, they are shot at by a well-concealed sniper. They must pass an agility test. So they're metal 5, so you need to roll 5 or higher. 3! No! If failed, the model is struck by a strength 7 hit. So you're defense 7, or defense 6. Go ahead, you're going to roll your defense. I'm going to roll the strength. Oh, you rolled a crit. As did I!
Get out of here! Stop doing that!
You see it like land on the book. You rolled a 4. I rolled a 5. So he's down, which means we have to roll an injury check.
Who is this? A worker?
Yeah, this is one of your caravanners,
Oh,
so this
jeez.
could kill them, for all you know. So roll an injury check. Just roll a d10. A 1 or a 2, they're dead. Oh, 3. You're lucky, although they are majorly injured. Let's see if it's an injury that actually matters. Where are
Ridiculous.
Here we are. Okay, give me a 2d10. Remember, it's not a d100, it's a 2d10. So you add them together. Oh no, yeah, so 3, roll once in the injury table. So you got an 8. The model receives a soft-bellied general ability, so not a big deal. So you're okay.
So we received a what?
Soft-bellied general ability.
Soft-bellied.
Actually, no,
General
soft-bellied might...
ability. Well, like a desk job? Is that what soft-bellied general ability does?
No, soft-bellied means... Where is it? Soft-bellied. They get -2 to all survival tests. So what I'm actually going to have that mean is that he takes more to maintain. He requires 1 extra food to keep alive.
You like making friends, don't you?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to remember that. So just write down right here, soft-bellied.
Good thing I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So soft-bellied is -1 food. So he needs 2 food basically. So just put -1 food to remind us of that.
Jeez.
It's a good thing you got Jarrell to make that extra food.
Yeah.
Just for that soft-bellied guy.
Canceled it right out.
Yeah. So he basically goes out and he comes back and he's like, I'm hurt, and he gets patched up by your
Non-existent
you
medic.
don't have a medic, which is probably why he becomes soft-bellied. So he's got this wound that is going to cause him problems over time.
Can I buy a medic?
It's one of the things you can recruit. Yeah, they're available
And when can that happen?
during the recruitment, like just like how you bought a gunsmith.
Yes.
So you could buy
You
something.
said
that
during recruitment, and then you said, well, you can do it now because you switch it back and forth. Can I still switch it back
no.
and forth?
You scavenge and then
So
you
it's
can.
past now.
Yes. So after this mission, you can buy a medic,
Okay.
which lets you re-roll or get some modifier. On the
I should have
injury
got
table.
that first because they cannot possibly bring people back when they die, right?
It lets a medic. I think just lets you.
Reroll.
Is it a re-roll or is it a +1? It does one or the other.
I remember it being a reroll last time.
That
Unless
might
you've changed it.
I might have just made that up for all I remember. Medic is, oops. Yeah, general abilities are at the end. Sorry. Medic. Okay, in the game you can spend action points to like stabilize somebody. And yeah, you get one guy between games gets +1 on the survival table, which means a 1 won't kill him. A 2 won't kill him. A 1 will still because it'll go up to a 2. So that's what it is. It's not a reroll, it's a +1 to the
So what was the reroll then?
I don't know. I might have made something up that if you passed a medic. I think I made up a stabilizing thing where if you stabilize them, then they get a reroll on the table. I don't remember.
Okay.
It's a long time ago, man. That's like months ago. Okay, so your scavengers have all gone out. Now you know how much barter script you have. Do you want to stick with what you were doing?
Yes.
Okay, let's roll your food then. So you have 6 people working the food, so you get to roll 6d6. And so we only have 2d6 here, so we're just going to do this. And we get to add 1 because of Jarrell.
Just do this 3 times.
Yeah. So you get 9, nice. 7, average, so 16. And finally, 8, so above average. So 24 plus 1. So you get 25 food, and you need 22 of it, because you hired Reginald.
What would happen if I didn't have enough food?
Well, then you have to spend barter script to buy food. If you didn't have enough of that, then guys have to be retired. They'll leave your settlement.
So I have 3 left, basically.
How much did you have in total?
25.
9, 8, and 7?
22 is my cost.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to write 3.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, and
So
you're
you
not going
got-
to take that away because that's what I actually have.
Yeah, well, we'll see 3, and we'll know that you actually paid it.
Okay.
So you actually have
Because the
food
other-
left over.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, last time you didn't assign as many farmers. You sent out 5 scavengers. And I think you assigned like 3 or 4 people to the farm.
Oh, well, that
Which,
kinda
you know,
makes sense.
if a scavenger goes out and
roll
earns like 20 barter script, that's equivalent to 10 food, right? The farmer can't make any more than 6 food. So it's like, but you had the one go out and make nothing and come back soft-bellied requiring more food. So there's a risk and reward, right? You send guys out into the wilds, and the more you send them out, the more likely you are to hit all those bad things, because there are a lot of negative things that happen when you're scavenging.
It seems like when I roll high numbers, like a 6, whatever, something bad happens. Or something's good. It's like, nope, you don't get it.
It's usually a test to see if you
There's
get
more
a good.
rolls.
Yeah, it's like there's a test to see, and if you succeed, you get something cool, and if you fail, then something bad happens to you.
Well, this is not a test.
Yes, this is not a test. So now, one thing that the scavengers come back reporting is they're noticing an increase in like wild mutated animals, which mutated animals are a part of this post-apocalyptic wasteland, but they seem to be coming across more of them. Not enough to threaten anything, but it's just something that you need to keep your eye on. This to kind of keep it, because it's not a threat that's possible for your warband. But at this point, it's time for you to head out. I think we've done everything else we need to do. Yeah, because you've already resolved the workers, and we've already said what's happening with the workers in construction. Yeah, so it's time to play the mission.
Okay.
So you guys are all rallying together, getting ready to go out and take on the raiders before they can regroup. Basically, if you can get in there, from what Giral tells you, if you can get in there and kill their leader, that'll scatter them and make them a nuisance rather than a great threat to what it is right now to your settlement, because you're too close to them. They're within like just a few miles of where you are, so
It's too close.
it's way too close. Kill the leader, spread them. While the warbands are out, they'll start fighting amongst each other, and not a big deal. Just because you're always going to deal with raiders, right? That's just it's part of life. Is raiders, unless you want to hide in some like major city, then you got to deal with all the problems with that. So you guys are starting to rally together, getting ready to go out. So, anybody have anything to say to each other? Beverly's picking out the guys to come with him, which is the warband that you have.
All right, who wants to go? Who wants to go kill this? Get some lucky rolls here.
Madeline sighs. Oh, you're just not a leader, man.
Come on, you gotta do better. Yeah, you have good equipment, but that doesn't make you a leader.
Moving on. Anybody else going to say anything? Biff comes up. He's a little rattled. His head, you can still kind of see the wound on his head, bandaged up, but he doesn't seem to notice it, even though it is obviously making him a little more. His eyes are just moving around a bit.
No. Let's go bash in these heads. Oh.
Yeah. And Benjamin is also a little worse for it. He's banged up, but
Well,
he's committed.
I've been through worse.
A little ticked off that his clothes are dirtied, but
He's got
he's
a
already
little-
polished everything.
Why is there not
Clean.
a tailor in this town of ours? Oh, Madeline.
Oh, Madeline. And then, of course, Ronnie the Roaster is eager for some revenge. Don't waste your ammo! And the twins are disappointed they have to go, but they'd rather not be left behind because they don't like being left out of things.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to do this without us. Oh my goodness, I don't think they can. Yeah, because we're the best ones on this team.
And lastly, already running ahead of you goes Douglas Lee.
I go ahead, you guys stay here, I save your lives!
And we're off. Of course, the battle report is in the link below, which is in the MiniWarGaming Vault. If you're still not a Vault member, try it out. It's free for 7 days. And you can instantly get access to this battle report and the one that you missed last week if you're not a Vault member. And it helps to support us and let us do this kind of stuff. And it also, essentially, if you sign up because of that link below, it gives us knowledge, because we actually track which videos people sign up for.
This is true.
And so if we see lots of people signing up for This Is Not a Test, it makes it more likely that we'll do more stuff like this. Maybe not necessarily This Is Not a Test, but more stuff like this. And maybe more This Is Not a Test. Like, who knows, right? But it definitely helps us make decisions. So if you're thinking, yeah, I really want them to do more of this, and you're not a Vault member, well, let me tell you, you have great influence on what we decide to do based on why you sign up. So link below to go and vote yes for This Is Not a Test. And if you're already a Vault member, of course, thank you so much. You can just vote by watching it in the Vault, because we also look at the views and the comments and all that too. Thank you so much for watching. Click the link below, and we'll see you in the battle report.